Okay, so it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm about to do this tutorial on Mode 7X. And I understand people have been waiting for this for a long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Let me get situated here. Okay, so the things you're going to need for this 3D game, I guess, because earlier I stated that you can make a third-person view 3D game of multimedia fusion like Spyro, so I try my best to draw Spyro, even though I have absolutely no clue on how he looks. Set him up with good enough animations and whatnot. But yeah, so you're gonna need your main character, the person who you're gonna be controlling. You're gonna need an enemy. You're going to need a projectile that your main character is gonna fire. You don't need this really, but I'm just adding this in here. And you're going to need a pickup item, the advanced direction object, of course, and 2 Mode 7X objects. It's really important that you have 2 of them. This substitute is going to come in handy later. Okay, so if you notice, I already made the map and everything from my Mode 7 game. And right now, if I play the level, then it looks pretty dull. But I wish I knew where to start. Okay, I'll just start off with the starting point. The first thing you have to do is take the map that you drew in the actual Mode 7, copy it, and then make a backdrop of it and just paste that there. It helps to make a really low layer so you don't see this at all. And also you're going to need smaller sprites of each object. And yes, that does mean that your backdrops have to be active this time. So like this right here, this yellow arrow is going to be your starting position. It's on the last layer, so you can't see it in the actual game. What really helps here is to put the hotspot at the very end of it, and yes, you have to make it upside down. There's a good reason for this later, but I'll get to it. For him to shoot a projectile, you notice that the hotspot is here. The action point is all the way down here, and this shows where he's gonna aim. So he's gonna be here, he's gonna shoot straight for it down. Okay, but let's begin. So you have your main character, and you go to his alterable strings. Alterable string A, I'm going to change to zoom value. So you have to remember what I'm going to put here. Zoom value. Boy, and I'm doing this wrong. Should actually be an alterable value instead of string. So zoom value, kind of sleepy. After the zoom value, you are going to have not camera yet, but the height position. And auto value C is really important. This is going to be the camera distance. Camera distance. It shows how far away your main character is from the camera. I'm also going to set a counter up here to show you what I mean by camera. Okay. But what I have here is the sprite and the main character. Now all this is about to come in, so I mean, if you're not good with math and multimedia fusion, then I suggest you back out now. Okay. First thing you want to do is, if the timer is less than 15 milliseconds, I'd use a fast loop, but I found a lot of bugs with the fast looping and all of this. So when the timer is less than 15 seconds, set the X origin to your start position. And copy that to both mode 7 objects. Now, if the timer is greater than 15 milliseconds, we're going to change it up. This time, the start position is going to set to the substitute mode 7's X origin and Y origin. Also, you're going to set the rotation of the substitute to the rotation of the actual mode 7 object. That looks about right. Now, this is the confusing part, so you have to watch closely. You're going to set the X origin of the real mode 7 object to this X position minus the sign of the rotation of the real mode 7 object, and you're going to multiply that by the distance of the camera. An easy way to do this is to copy this, go to the Y origin and paste it. All you have to do now is change this to Y and change SIN to COS and this minus sign to a plus sign. And that's pretty much all you have to do so far. Now, you're going to put always here. And you're going to, this is how you map sprites also, but I'm just showing you the main character first. So you're going to set his X position to X origin. Oh, I'm doing this all wrong. Okay. Sprite mapping. Actually, let me comment on this. Get map X. If you don't want to have height in your games, it saves a lot of memory. But if you don't want like jumping or swimming or whatnot, then you can just get map X. But for this game, I'm gonna have to make him flying, so I'm using sprite mapping. I'm going get on screen from X, Y, and Z, which means it has the Z depth on it. So the first position is the X position always. The next position is the Y position. And after that, you're going to go here, and you're going to get his height position. An easy way to do this is to copy the same thing before, then set his Y position instead to change the X to a Y, and you're done. Now you're going to check out the zoom value. It makes it look, or it actually gives it more of a 3D effect. Most people say you need to do width and height, but the truth is all you need is height. So get on screen height from X, Y, width, and height. Width and height can be the same. It really doesn't matter. So like I said before, my X position is the starting point. And my width for now is going to be 25 by 25. Like I said, it doesn't really matter what you put it. It's whatever looks best for you. I'm going to multiply this by 0.01. And that just makes it not too huge. Now I'm going to go to scale. I'm going to set the zoom value as our scale. You can do 0 for the best speed, or you can do 1 for the best quality. I'm going to do quality since speed isn't a matter here. And I'm going to show you how this looks. is how it looks from the view of the start point. Nothing else really here, but that's how it looks so far. Also, I'm going to show you what the camera distance comes into, or handy actually. I'm going to set my camera distance to whatever this counter is. So I'm going to make sure that when I press spacebar, this will be -90. -90 is the default for camera. It makes it exactly behind your main character. So there you have it. Your main character is on the 3D field. And to show quickly the rotations and whatnot, I'm going to make it that when I hold down the right arrow, then it's going to rotate. That's pretty much how you do the rotating camera part. I'll get into the moving on the next part, and that's all for part 1.